Hi, I'm Joseph. Hi, welcome back to Joey's movie review. I'm sorry I was away for a long time, but now I'm back with some new reviews to tell you about. The first one is called 8-Bit Christmas. First one is called 8-Bit Christmas with Neil Patrick Harris. It's only a short review, a short blurb. I'll just quickly read it. A humorous and heartfelt look back at the adventures of childhood set in suburban Chicago in the late 1980s. 8-Bit Christmas centers on 10-year-old Jake Doyle's Herculean quest to get the latest and greatest video game system for Christmas, which is Nintendo. Here's the front, the spine. Oh, God. Well, in the back. And here's the disc for 8-Bit Christmas with Neil Patrick Harris, Winslow Fregley, June Diane Raphael, David Cross, and Steve Zahn. The next one is Amsterdam with the next one is Amsterdam with next one's Amsterdam with Christian Bale. No, with Christian Bale. Yes. Next one is Amsterdam with Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington. It's an all-star cast. This is from director David O. Russell, who did Silver Linings Playbook, American Hustle, Joy. Yeah. Here's the spine, the back. Here's the disc for Amsterdam. Let's read a little bit of the blurb. Let the love, murder, and conspiracy begin. Written and directed by acclaimed filmmaker David O. Russell, comes an original crime epic about three close friends who find themselves at the center of one of the most shocking secret plots in American history, based on facts that meet fiction. The film stars Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, John David Washington, with Rami Malek and Robert De Niro. That's Amsterdam. The next one is The Batman with Zoe Kravitz, Robert Pattinson, Paul Dano. This is from Warner Brothers and DC. This is short. I'll just quickly read it to you. A killer targets Gotham's elite, sending the Batman on an investigation as evidence mounts, as he must forge new relationships, unmask the culprit, and bring justice amidst corruption. One of the reviews says, revolutionary, electric, and exhilarating. John O'Connell cinema blend. That's the front, the spine, and the back. I'll just clean up a little bit. And here's the disc for the Batman. Now, one of my newies that I bought in 2023 is Black Adam with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And Pierce Brosnan and Aldous Hodge is in this one too. It's directed by Jamie Colette Serra, who directed The Rock in Jungle Cruise. Here's the blurb if you haven't seen it. Nearly 5,000 years after he was bestowed with the almighty powers of the Egyptian gods and imprisoned just as quickly, Black Adam, Dwayne Johnson, is freed from his earthly tomb, ready to unleash his unique form of justice on the modern world. I haven't seen it yet, but I will. Here's the front, the spine, and the back. This is a disc for Black Adam. This is from, even didn't tell you before, Warner Brothers and DC. Now let's still go on with my review. This is another one that I just got. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. This is a new Marvel movie that's streaming on Disney Plus, but I want to get a physical copy of it. This one doesn't have Chadwick Boseman. God rest his soul. Let's quickly read it to you. Queen Ramonda, Shuri Debacle, and OJ, and the mighty Dora Milaje fight to protect their nation from intervening world powers after the death of beloved King T'Challa. Banding together with War Dog Nakia and Everett Ross, the heroes strive to forge a new path. This is the last one in Phase 4. And the new one in Phase 5 is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I forgot to show you the front, the spine, the back. Here's a disc for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. The next new one I got is Bones and All with Timothy Chalamet, Tyler Russell, Mark Rylance, Michael Stuhlbarg. This is directed by Luca Guadagnino, who directed Timothy Chalamet in the movie Call Me By Your Name. The reviews say, a road trip romance edged in darkness, says Entertainment Weekly. A coming-of-age tale to die for, says Yasmin Kandi, discussing film. And the blurb is, Bones and All is a story of first love between Maren, a young woman learning to survive on the margins of society, and Lee, an intense and disfranchised drifter. It's a liberating road odyssey of two young people coming into their own, searching for identity and chasing beauty in a perilous world that cannot abide who they are. I haven't seen it yet, but I will. This is front, the spine, the back. This is a disc for Bones and All. The next one I got is DC League of Super Pets, which has got the voice of Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. This has also got the voice of Keanu Reeves, Ben Schwartz, Diego Luna, Thomas Middleditch, Kevin Hart, Kate Middleton, Vanessa Bayer, Natasha Lyonne. Haven't seen it? I'll give you the blurb. Sit, stay, save the world. Crypto, the super dog, must convince a red-tailed shelter pack, a hound, a potbelly pig, a turtle, and a squirrel to master their own newfound powers and help him rescue the Justice League. The front, the spine, and the back. This is a disc for DC League of Super Pets. Here's one of my newies that I got this year. This is when me and Wade went to Platinum just to get this DVD because the JB Hi-Fi in Hyper didn't have that. Didn't have this one back then. It's called Don't Worry, Darling, with Florence Pugh, Harry Styles, Olivia Wilde, Gemma Chan, Kiki Lane, Nick Kroll, and Chris Pine. Welcome to Victory. What you see here, what you do here, what you see here, what you do here, let it stay here. A 1950s housewife living in the utopian experimental community of Victory begins to worry that her husband's glamorous company may be hiding disturbing secrets. This is by Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema, who also did Black Adam. Here's the front, the spine, the back. Here's a disc for Don't Worry, Darling. The second last one on this stack is Dune, which with Chalamet again. Here's Dune. This has got Zendaya, Chang Chen, Charlotte Rampling, Jasmine Moore, Javier Bardem, Oscar Isaac, Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, Dave Bautista, Sean McKinley Henderson. Yeah. This is directed by Denis Villeneuve. This year they're doing Dune Part 2. The front, the spine, the back. Here's a disc for Dune. And the last one is an Oscar contender for this year's 2023 Oscars ceremony. This is up for Best Actor for Austin Butler, who played Elvis Presley, and one of the Best Picture nominees. It is Elvis, directed by Baz Luhrmann, who also has Tom Hanks in it as Colonel Tom Parker. This is the one that they filmed in Australia. The front, the spine, the back. Here's a disc for Elvis. Let's go on. Here's another. This is one of my newest. It's called Simply Red. With in it's got Crew Boylan, Daniel Webber, Celeste Barber, Thomas Campbell, Gene Kitson, with Bobby Cannavale and Rose Byrne. Directed by Gracie Otto. One of the reviews says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 stars. One of the best Australian films of the year, says David Stratton from The Australian. And 4 stars, 4 stars, great fun. Sandra Hall, The Sydney Morning Herald. If you haven't seen this movie yet, I'll read it to you. In his rowdy and rambunctious musical comedy, Red, Crew Boylan, is at a crossroads in her life. A voracious, clumsy, and occasionally misguided redhead. She pours herself a cup of ambition and trades her 9-to-5 career in real estate for a life in the spotlight as a Dolly Parton impersonator, embarking on a wild and messy journey that sees her romancing a Kenny Rogers impersonator, Daniel Webber. Red must lose herself to find herself. As Dolly Parton says, find out who you are and do it on purpose. Directed by Gracie Otto, with laugh out loud performances from an all-star cast including Celeste Barber, Thomas Campbell, Gene Kitson, Bobby Cannavale, and Rose Byrne. This utterly enjoyable adventure is both hilarious and heartwarming. Hugely enjoyable, says Damon Wise, Deadline. A seriously delightful Aussie comedy. Glenn Cochrane stack. Front, spine, back. Here's a disc for Simply Red, Seriously Red. The next one is one of my news I got on Monday, which is She Said, with Carrie Mulligan from Promising Young Woman and Zoe Kazan, who's married to Paul Dano, who's also in The Fabelmans, about Steven Spielberg. This is about the Harvey Weinstein debacle. Have you even seen it? I'll read it to you. Powerful performances, says Kate Erblund, IndieWire. Based on the bombshell New York Times investigation, She Said follows the remarkable true story of how reporters Megan Twohey and Jodi Cantor went from underdogs to inspirations by shattering the silence surrounding sexual assault in Hollywood. Determined to expose the truth, many fear to tell. Megan and Jodie's partnership shakes up the system, empowering courageous women to retake their strength through stories of survival. In this extraordinary film from Emmy-winning director Maria Schrader, featuring captivating performances by two-time Academy Award nominee Carey Mulligan and Zoe Kazan. There's exclusive content breaking the story. Go behind the scenes with real-life journalists Megan Tui and Jodie Cantor as they recount what it took to break this true story. This is produced by Plan B, and it's Plan B, which is Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston's movie company. Front, spine, back. Here's a disc for She Said. Next one is the newest Disney animated movie, and it marks Disney 100 years. Called Strange World. Hi, Mum. From the studio that brought you Encanto and Big Hero 6. Walt Disney Animation Studios' original action-packed adventure, Strange World, introduces a legendary family of explorers, the Clades, as they attempt to navigate an uncharted, treacherous land alongside a motley crew that includes a mischievous blob, a three-legged dog, and a slew of vivacious creatures. This has got the voice of Jake Gyllenhaal, Dennis Quaid, Lucy Liu, and I forgot the other one's name, but yeah, front, spine, back. If you also want to watch this on Disney Plus, this is for Strange World. Next one is, if you like South Park, I've got the newest South Park DVD. It's called South Park Post-COVID. It means after COVID. Haven't seen it? Here's the blurb. What happened to the children who lived through the pandemic? If Stan, Kyle, and Cartman could just work together, they could go back in time to make sure COVID never happened. Front, spine, back. This is a disc for South Park post-COVID. Haven't seen it yet, but this is on Paramount Plus. Next one is Ticket to Paradise with George Clooney and Julia Roberts. This is the one they filmed in Australia. And this is directed by O. Parker, who did Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, the sequel to the original Mamma Mia. This also has Lucas Bravo, who's also in another movie I'll show you later. And he's also in the TV show Emily in Paris, where he played a chef. Front, spine, back. So this for Ticket to Paradise. The next one is one of my other newies that I got on Monday, and it's called Violet Night with David Harbour, who's in Stranger Things as that police chief. And he was also in Black Widow. And he's married to Lily Allen. This also has Beverly D'Angelo in it from National Lampoon's Vacation movies and Vacation with Ed Helms, and she voices in The Simpsons. She voices Lurleen Lumpkin, the country singer that Homer produces, and Lurleen Lumpkin calls him Colonel Homer. I've never seen a read the blurb of this one. A team of mercenaries breaks into a mansion on Christmas Eve, but they are not ready for a surprise combatant, Santa Claus, David Harbour, from the producers of John Wick. Front, spine, back. Here's a disc for Violet Night. The next one is, if you like Australian movies, I got one just for you. Wog Boys Forever. This is the third in the Wog Boy trilogy. It's got Nick Giannopoulos, Vince Colosimo, Sushi Mango, that's Sarah Roberts. I can tell you about what this is about without reading the blurb. This is about Steve Komitzes, who's driving a cab because his girlfriend from the second movie went back to Mykonos and dumped him. And he had a falling out with Frank, and he's stuck driving taxis. One day while he was driving a taxi, one of his fares was an old friend of his named Cleo, who he went out for 1 week with. And he got her number from Chase's Disco. And he's living in Reservoir in a garage with the people from Sushi Mango. And Raylene's kids from the first movie want to ruin Steve because Steve ruined their mother's political career. And it's very good. At the end, I can't tell you at the end, you have to watch it, but at the end, it's got a song by Demis Roussos, which I love. And I know Vince Colosimo very well. I got the first one on DVD and the second one on DVD, and I wanted to complete the trilogy. Now I've got the trilogy of the Wog Boy. Front, spine, back. Here's a disc for Wog Boys Forever. And also I saw this, and when I went to Respite last year, I saw this twice in the cinema. Once with Sarah's friend Shana, and another time with Sarah's boyfriend Ben. And then when this movie came out to Paramount Plus, I watched it there then. So yeah, that's Wog Boys Forever. There's another one I haven't seen yet. I wanted to see it. It's called The Woman King with Viola Davis. I said this is a good movie. I can quickly read to you. It's got Viola Davis, Teresa Mubu, Lashana Lynch, Sheila Atom, and John Boyega, based on true events. A spectacular action-filled epic. Karen James, BBC. The gladiator of our times, says Clayton Davis Variety. I'll quickly read it to you. Inspired by true events, this is a remarkable action-packed story about the all-female unit of warriors who protected the African kingdom of Dolomi with skills and fierceness unlike anything the world has ever seen. Follow the epic and intense journey of General Natasha, Oscar winner Viola Davis, 2016, Best Supporting Actress, Fences, as she trains the next generation of recruits and readies them for battle against an enemy determined to destroy their way of life. That's The Woman King, which I haven't seen yet. Front, spine, back. It's a disc for The Woman King. Let's go on. This one I already showed you. I'll show it again. This is a movie called Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore with Jude Law, Eddie Redmayne. This is the one where Mads Mikkelsen replaced Johnny Depp because of the courts thing. Spine, front, spine, back. This is a disc for Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Next one is one of my newies I just got. This is the last one in the series, and it's Halloween Ends. If you haven't seen it, I'll read it to you. Only one of them will survive. The most acclaimed and revered horror franchise in film history reaches its epic, terrifying conclusion as Laurie Strode, Jamie Lee Curtis, faces off for the last time against the embodiment of evil, Michael Myers. Michael hasn't been seen for 4 years after the events of Halloween Kills. Laurie lives with her granddaughter Allison, Andy Matchak, and has chosen to liberate herself from fear and rage and embrace life. When a young man is accused of killing a boy he was babysitting, a cascade of violence and terror is ignited, with a final confrontation between Laurie and Michael, unlike any ever captured on screen. That was Halloween Ends. Front, spine, back. Here's the disc for Halloween Ends. The next one I already showed you. I'll show you again. This is the last one in the Jurassic World franchise, and it's called Jurassic World Dominion with Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Neill, Laura Dern, Jeff Goldblum. Front, spine, back. This is this for Jurassic World Dominion. Here's one I already showed you. This is King Richard, one that Will Smith won the Oscar for last year. Front, spine, back. It's a disc for King Richard. Now, Will Smith can't go to the Oscars because what he did to Chris Rock and the slap. The next one is The Matrix Resolutions with Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss, Jonathan Groff, Neil Patrick Harris, Jessica Henwick. Front, spine, back. This is The Matrix Resurrections. This is one of my newies. This is called The Menu with Ray Fiennes, Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult, Judith Light from Ugly Betty and Who's the Boss, John Leguizamo, who's also in Violent Night, and this is a bit, I'll read it quickly if you haven't seen it. There's painstakingly prepared, brilliantly executed. A young couple, Anya Taylor-Joy and Nicholas Hoult, travels to an exclusive island restaurant where the chef, Ray Fiennes, has prepared a pricey, lavish menu. But it soon becomes clear that the dinner guests are about to be served some shocking surprises in this dark comedy written by Seth Reese and Will Tracy and directed by Mark Mallard. This is called The Menu. This movie is on Disney Plus now. Front, spine, back. This is this for The Menu. Here's one of my other new ones I just got. It's called Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris with Leslie Manville, Isabella Rupert, Lambert Wilson, Alba Batista, Lucas Bravo, who's also in Ticket to Paradise, Alan Thomas and Jason Isaacs. Go wherever your dream takes you. Have you seen it? Quickly read it to you. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris tells a humorously heartwarming tale about London house cleaner Alda Harris, Leslie Manville, who thinks her lonely life might turn around if she can become the owner of a Christian Dior gown. Saying goodbye to friends like Archie, Jason Isaacs won't be easy, and neither will be winning over elite people in Paris, from Madame Colbert, Isabelle Huppert, to idealistic accountant Andre Lucas Bravo, but Ada's irrepressible charm just might end up saving the whole house of Dior in this uplifting story of how ordinary woman becomes an extraordinary inspiration by daring to follow her dreams. That's Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Is the disc? It's fine. And my second, and I got the mini Saints of Newark with the late Ray Liotta. It's got Alexander Nevola, Leslie Odom Jr., John Bernthal, Corey Stoll, Michael Gandolfini, Billy Magnuson, Machala Di Rossi, and John Margro with Ray Liotta and Vera Farmiga. Front, spine, back. This is a disc for the many saints in Newark. And the last one for today is Nope, which is the next. This is the next movie in the Jordan Peele, which is he did Get Out, Us, and this one. It's got Kiki Palmer, Steven Yeun, and Daniel Kaluuya. I'll quickly read it to you. From writer director Jordan Peele, Daniel Kaluuya, Kiki Palmer, Steven Yeun. Nope. A reach for the skies masterpiece that's ambitious and eerie, imaginative and expertly crafted. Concrete playground. Have you ever seen a quickly read the blurb? Oscar-winning filmmaker Jordan Peele reimagines the summer movie with Nope, an expansive pop epic of uncanny science fiction. Following their father's shocking death, Hollywood animal wrangler O.J. Daniel Kaluuya and his sister Emerald, Kiki Palmer, begin observing unexplained phenomena on their vast Southern California ranch that leads them down an obsessive rabbit hole as they plot attempts to capture the mystery on camera. Along with our former child star turned family theme park ringmaster Steven Yeun, who neighbors the siblings. The pair's efforts to chase the spectacle soon bring terrifying consequences and unimaginable horror. The result is a complex social thriller that unpacks the seeds of violence, risk, and opportunism that are inseparable from the romanticized history of the American West, from show business itself. That's Nope. Front, spine, back. This is a disc for Nope. Thank you for watching this is my new watch my dad got me from Bali. Thank you for watching my YouTube movie review again. Hope I get some new subscribers. Till next time, peace out.